This is an overview of a subscriber use of the HotDocs Market. The HotDocs Market is an exciting new product from HotDocs that allows publishers such as bar organizations and others to be able to create HotDocs content and sell it as a product on the HotDocs Market. As a user, you'd be able to come to the HotDocs Market, view and subscribe to HotDocs content published by publishers and use it right inside the marketplace. The advantage of the market is that it is a cloud offering that is available on the internet, so it will work in any browser and any device. So rather than using HotDocs content in HotDocs Player that's locally installed on a Windows machine, you can use HotDocs Market from any device where you have a modern browser and an internet connection. So it will work on Windows PCs as well as Macs, iPads, Android tablets, and other devices. On the market landing page, this is the home page, there is a short video that will give you an overview of what the market is and how it can be used for you. But here at the market is where we can actually see the various products that are available on the marketplace. And here I can view different products. I can change my view. I can see relevant templates that are available in those products. I can see the price, and I can even search the content of those products. Also on the right hand side, we can see this customer support widget. We'll notice that this is available on almost every page of the site, where it will show you a way to contact our support team for any assistance that you may need. Also, various products might be restricted. There may be volume discounts that are available. There may be member pricing available, where there's a discount if you're a member of an organization such as the Minnesota State Bar Organization. Or like you see here, ARC Bar Docs, it may be restricted to members only. So you must be a member of the bar organization to be able to purchase and use this product. All right, so let's go ahead and choose a product. We'll go ahead and choose MenDocs here. If I click on that product, I can see here, this is the title of the product with an overview information that the publisher has provided. I can also see a preview of content that I'll be able to click on and see whatever images the publisher has provided with their content. Also in the library tab here, I can click and I can see all of the available templates in this product, just as I would have access to them when I purchased this product. So I can preview and see all of the content that will be available to me in this product when I purchase it. On the right, I can see the subscription options. I can see information about publisher membership. So there's a membership discount here for members for this particular product. And then I can also see the publisher information. So I can see how many products they have and how many templates in that product, and contact information for the publisher. So you'll see publisher information on their product pages as well as their profile page, where you might be able to reach out to them. So here on the publisher profile page, I can see information about the publisher and all of the products that they've purchased, as well as support information to contact them. Then there's our main HotDocs support information for the support for the HotDocs Market. Now, if I wanted to purchase a specific product, I would hit add to cart and walk through a purchase process here to be able to add a number of items and walk through and enter my billing details, review my order, and then confirm my purchase of the product. I'm not going to walk through that on the webinar here. Rather than do that, what I'm going to do is go ahead and go back and sign in. So I'm going to go home, and I'm going to sign in here as a user. I'm going to use this user today, Hallie Downey. Type her password correctly. When I log in as Hallie, it takes me to the My Subscriptions page by default. On the My Subscriptions page, this is where I can actually use my content. So a few things here. First, I see at the top my latest working sessions. A working session is exactly what it sounds like. It's a session that I've worked on previously with content that I've subscribed to. And so a working session actually has a set of answers behind it. So if you've used HotDocs before, there is a HotDocs answer file associated with each working session. And that working session can be used with one or more templates. So here, this current view, I see all my working sessions. So these are all of the working sessions that I've worked on previously, and they have a specific name. Below that, I can see the actual template that was worked on with that working session last. I can see when it was last updated, and I can see the progress. And then there are specific actions I might take on a session, like to open it or delete it or rename it or even download the answer file. The progress here, the status, in progress means I started an interview, and maybe even I finished the interview, but I didn't download an output document. So that would note that it's in progress. And then this completed session here, this is one where I've gone through, completely answered all the questions for this template and downloaded an output document. So I can even go to tabs to see just the in progress or completed. And then I can also see answer sources. Answer sources, publishers with their product can provide an answer source, which is basically an interview just to gather some information that can be used in other templates. And so here, those answer sources will be viewable separately if you filled out an answer source for a particular product. We'll look at an example of that in just a moment. On the right-hand side, again, I see customer support widget to help me out. Down below, I see my subscriptions. Now, Hallie is an example account that we use for demonstrations. So she's actually subscribed to every product on the market. So I'm not going to go through all of those, but we're going to use HotDocs for our demonstration today. So HotDocs is a product from the Iowa State Bar Association. And you can see that Hallie owns this. Then I have some license options here where I can purchase more users or manage content sharing. So if I've purchased more than one user, I may want to share it with other users within my firm. And we'll discuss how that's done in just a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and click on HotDocs. Click on HotDocs, I can see the content there. I can even search through the content if I want to fill out a specific form. So I can navigate through by clicking on these folders and selecting specific forms, or I can search for one. So let's say I want to do durable power of attorney. So I can search through there, and I can see there's quite a few different forms, and the same form may even be listed in multiple folders. But I'm going to do the durable power of attorney short form. So I'm going to just click on that template. That's the one I want to generate a document for. So the first thing it does is it prompts me for a working session name. So it gives me a default pattern there. It will be the form name and a date, but I may want to name that something specific. So I'm going to call it, we'll call it Chris Jones. Then maybe I have a matter number I want to use here, client matter number that I input there. And then I say create new session. That will create a new session. Before I do that, I want to point out here on the right-hand side, I could start an answer session with an answer file that I have locally. So I could upload an answer file to start this session. And then I can also use an existing session. So if I was picking up where I left off with a previous set of answers, but maybe with a new template, I can use this select session. And we'll do that in just a moment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click create new session. So what happens is it's going to create a new interview session. Takes me to the interview session page. I see a little splash screen here while it loads the interview, and then the HotDocs interview loads. So this is the HotDocs interview for the durable power of attorney form. So at the top I have a little banner, a little panel here that gives me different information. It allows me to return to my account, shows me the current save state of this session, and then shows me the session name that I've given it. On the right hand side I see the product and the template that I've chosen. And then at any point during an interview, I can actually click use another template to change to a new template. This current answer session save state will automatically save for you every 30 seconds. You can also manually save by using a save button here on this toolbar. You'll see it'll force a save there, but you'll notice as I fill out the interview that this will auto save for me every 30 seconds or so. This interview here is the browser-based interview for the HotDocs template. And so it's hosted right here inside the market, so you can use it on any device where you have access to this website. And you'll just go through and answer the questions. So there'll be an outline of the questions that you need to complete, the pages of questions, the actual questions on the right, and a navigation toolbar down below. A little progress bar you'll see down below that. So on attorney information here, you see a select button. This is where it's actually picking up from that answer source. So if I hit select here, it shows me I've got 3 different attorneys I've entered here. And if we double click Jane, it will pull in Jane's information for the attorney. And we'll move on to the next page of questions. So preparers as well, there's preparers in that attorney and prepare pick list or answer source. So I can pick one of my preparers. So I'll choose myself, Mark Settle. All right, so I can go through now and answer the rest of the questions. So I'm going to put some gibberish answers in here. These answers aren't going to be all correct, but I'm just going to fill it out quickly so that we can complete this interview. So notice as I move along here, there are different field types, date fields, text input fields, multiple choice fields. I don't know Iowa counties, so again, I'm just going to put some gibberish information in here. This will all be gibberish here. That won't make a lot of sense, but allow us to get the interview complete. So there are no unanswered questions. We'll say 6-8. All right, so once I've completed that interview, this progress bar goes all the way to the top. When I'm done, I could just hit finish. Before I hit finish, I just want to show you as well that you can also get a document preview at any time. So that'll show me the preview of this output document, and I can scroll through that. I can also get an answer summary. So it'll show me all the pages of questions with the answers I've provided. I could even print that off. And there's a help button here. So if you have any questions on how to fill out the interview, if you click that help button, it will give you help information on the interview. But again, when I'm done, I'll just hit this finish button. If I had any unanswered questions, it would warn me about those questions, but I answered everything in the interview. So it just takes me to a completed page here that gives me a few different options. So first on the right, in the upper right, it lets me export the answers. So that just let me download the answer file for this answer session. On the lower left, I can download my output document. So if I click that button, standard browser download where I get an open or save, and if I hit open here, it'll open my output PDF in Adobe Reader, which happens to be on the other screen there. So here's my output PDF, there's my prepare, my gibberish information, prepare information, the attorney information, and the other gibberish. I entered a lot of gibberish answers there, but you can see the answers that I did enter, they come through into my output document. And I can print, save this document, do whatever I need to with this output PDF file. Also, I can return back to the interview if I want to go back and change any of my answers, or I can go back to my account, which is the same as clicking this button. So let's go ahead and do that. So now let's say I filled out form 119, but really I needed to fill out form 121 for Iowa Docs for Chris Jones. So I can come back into Iowa Docs and I can search for 121. And there are the 121 entries, and so I can click on one of those. But I want to pick up, I already filled out a lot of information in that original form, and so I can hit select session. That will show me today's session. So here are 2 sessions that I worked on today. I can go through and search previous sessions or all sessions, but it shows me today's by default, and I can just hit this add to session. So that's going to add this 121 form to my Chris Jones session. That takes me right into the interview again. But because I picked up my Chris Jones session, all of the information that I filled out that applies to this template comes in. Then there's some unanswered questions here where I might go through and answer some additional questions. State of Iowa and some zip code that's probably not correct. So I just go through and answer all of these questions. Now I left some questions unanswered because I want to show you a few things that happen. Let's see, 8, 9. Just a snippet there. If you didn't know, you can just type a single number and it will give you that day of the current month of the current year. All right, so I'd go through and fill out this information in the interview. Now I haven't answered everything. I'm going to hit finish just because I want to show you. HotDocs will warn you. The market interview will warn you if there are unanswered questions. I'm going to say, okay, I want to ignore those. And I can still finish and get my output document. So there I can download my form. Standard browser download again. And opens up in Adobe Reader. So there's my output. Durable power of attorney for healthcare decisions. And we'll go ahead back to my account. Now if I wanted to pick up any existing session as well, I would just click on that session name. So if I click on Chris Jones, it will go right into that interview. And then I will be able to go through and fill out whatever information I need. Also, if I want to switch templates, I can hit use another template, and it will open up and allow me to go to a different template that I've already used with this answer session, or even search through all of the products that I've used. So on use another template, I can see I've used one in probate forms and power of attorney. So that 121 is listed in both. And so I can switch between those forms if I want to. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my account. So that's how you would use the HotDocs Market to fill out and generate, fill out interviews and generate documents from the content that you subscribed to. So we're going to take a moment and look at the few other options that you have here in the HotDocs Market. First, transaction history. So this would show you all of the products that you subscribe to. Now, Hallie's account is a little bit different than your normal account. She has all preloaded subscriptions, but even on these preloaded subscriptions, on any active subscription or prior subscriptions, I could click and I could see my purchase details. I could update payment details of how it's going to renew this product. I can also view the purchase details, what the cost is, whether or not I have it set to auto renew, and I can even show the original order. Now this was a preloaded subscription, so it doesn't show the purchase price there. And so I can view all that information from right here. I could also update my credit card details so that if I want, you have to use a specific credit card that it will use, and we store the last 4 digits and the card type there, and only the credit card sourcing company handles all of the e-commerce there. Content sharing. This is where you'd be able to share your content. So if you subscribe to a product and purchased more than 1 license, this is where you'd manage that. So this is important because often at your law firm, you may have more than 1 user that's going to use the product. So you may purchase 3, 5, 10, 20 users. And this is where you can actually manage the sharing of those seats with other users. So for example, HotDocs, there's only 1 of 5 seats remaining. But if I hit Manage Sharing, you can see here it will show me I can type in an email address and send an invitation out to a specific user. So that user, when they log in, and if they're not even registered yet, when they register and log in, it will show them and give them the opportunity to accept that invitation to use that content. So I can see here there are 4 active users right now of HotDocs. And I even see active or invited users of other products that I have shared other products that I've invited or that I've purchased. And so I can easily invite one of those existing users. One other note, I can even revoke myself as a user of this product. That's important because you may have a firm admin, office administrator, or someone that's going to actually come in and take care of the subscription, but they don't have to use it, so they can revoke their own seat and send it out to 5 other users within the firm who actually need to use the product. So that's content sharing. Connected applications. This page is more informational right now, but a few things here. Connected applications, there will be connected applications in the future with the HotDocs market, where if you've subscribed to a product, you may be able to use it within another application, such as a case management application that may have direct integration, such as Clio or ActionStep or Amicus. Those are things we're working on, where right within Amicus or Clio, you might be able to access your market content and use it, and possibly even have the data, your case information, pushed right into those interviews. Also, HotDocs has a cloud offering called Document Services, and that is an application that allows you right now to subscribe and use your HotDocs content, forms that you've built, but there will also be a connection in the future that will allow you to use market-enabled content in Document Services as well. And so as those connections become available, here in the Connected Applications page is where you will manage those connections. Finally, the My Details page. The My Details page, no real surprises here. This is where you would manage your user information. So where you can update your name and address, your email addresses. You would see here your membership organizations. So membership organizations are done by email address. So halliedowney@gmail.com is a list as a member of the Arkansas Bar Organization or Association. So your email address must be in that bar to be able to purchase the product if it's restricted to that bar only. I can manage my account information. I can view my account activity, including any failed login attempts if someone's attempted to log in as me. I can also update my credit card details here. Again, that customer support widget is available as well. And then just a couple of preferences that are important to note here. First, communications. For communications, you're opted in to this first communication by default. The others you must choose to opt in for. The first one, that is the default, is that you will receive email updates regarding your specific subscriptions. So if you subscribe to a product and the publisher updates that, you'll receive an email notification. But you can also choose to receive emails about changes to the HotDocs market. So as we add new features and functionality to the market, you could receive an email update for that, as well as special offers from publishers. Then also under interview options, just a single option here, but an important one. On the HotDocs market, with those working sessions, we save answers by default. So we allow your data to be saved in the market so that you can reuse it. We're very sensitive with that data. We encrypt it, both when it's in transit and at rest. What that means is both when it's leaving your machine's browser and going back to our servers, and when it's stored on our servers, it's encrypted. So it's very protected, using all of the modern security measures that we need to be an appropriate application for cloud use. But if you still desire to not save your answers on the HotDocs market, this is where you would do that. You come in and uncheck this enable interview save answer save feature, and that will make it so that you can still upload an answer file from your machine and export it and save it down to your local machine before and after an interview, but working sessions will not save answers in the HotDocs market. So you do have the option to turn that off. You be careful with that. If you started using answers, when you turn that off, it will remove all of your answers from the HotDocs market. So if you choose to, after you've started saving some answers, do that. You want to make sure you download all answers that you have first. That's a basic overview of the HotDocs market and how you would use content that you've subscribed to in the HotDocs market. So appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and hopefully it's provided you with the information that you need to get started and use the HotDocs market. If you have specific questions, again, customer support is available for you, both via email and telephonically. You can reach out to them with specific questions that you have, and we're happy to provide the customer support to you to help you have success in your use of the HotDocs market. Thank you and have a great day.